At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to La Rosa Field on the campus of St. Augustine Prep. I'm Andreas La Rosa.
Alongside Robert Holland.
And tonight we will be bringing you a presentation of St. Augustine Prep Hermits football as they take on the Spartans of Holy Spirit. So, Rob, we know the Hermits pretty well, but what are your thoughts on Holy Spirit coming into this game?
Well, Andreas, we know Holy Spirit and St. Augustine Prep have had a rivalry over the years. Taking it back 3 years ago was the last time they beat us 22-17. Cheeks was actually a freshman here at the Prep, but bringing it back to today and this year's games, Holy Spirit last won 42-20 against Pleasantville, where Patrick Smith had achieved over 1,000 rushing yards. We know that Holy Spirit's a mainly rushing team. They love to rush, as with us. What are your thoughts about that and Patrick Smith?
Well, obviously we know that this game is going to be primarily rushing, Rob. And obviously it's very important. We cannot stress enough the importance of offensive lines in this game. And now we will take you over to the kickoff as the Hermits kick off to the receiving Holy Spirit. It's Brandon Bispo with the kick. A little short in the air, received by Holy Spirit. Takes it up to about the 35, where he's tackled by the Hermits. Only about a 5-yard run there, Rob. What do you think?
We were expecting that, as we said, coming into this game, but here coming on this first drive, Holy Spirit, Andreas, what do you think they're going to come? Do you think they're going to come out strong with Patrick Smith and rushing, or do you think they might throw us a little bit surprised throwing the ball early on?
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a handoff on the first play, as we know, primarily rushing team. But let's see what they bring us on this first drive of the night. Holy Spirit takes a snap, a little pitch over to Patrick Smith, who gets some running room for about a 10-yard gain, Rob.
Yeah, Andreas, it looks like we're going to see that quite often this game. Patrick Smith with a strong run. Last game he had 241 yards and 4 touchdowns against Pleasantville. That's not your average stat line.
Mind you, he's also averaging 8.7 yards a carry. Now that is a stat to remember.
Very impressive indeed.
Holy Spirit on a new set of downs. It's now 1st and 10. Cohen with the snap. Fires across the middle, and that is broken up by the Hermits. No gain there for Holy Spirit.
Now, we can't forget that although Holy Spirit does have a very strong offense, the Hermits' defense has not been lacking this year. The defensive line has been very strong, and it really showed against which was the 6th ranked in the state Williamstown last game.
Mind you, we are missing some players from injuries, which might play a key role in this game. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Cohen takes a snap. Another handoff to Smith. Smith comes around the outside, leaps the tackle, and here he goes. And he's got a first down and a little bit more, but they're going to call him out of bounds. Another big run from Patrick Smith, Rob. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we are seeing a pattern here. Smith likes to take it to the outside a lot. I don't know if the Hermits are going to adjust to that or not. We're going to see if he takes it down the middle more, but that's all going to come later in the game.
Holy Spirit O-line certainly seems to be holding up here for Smith's long runs. 1st and 10 once again on the Hermits 40. Cohen takes a snap, drops back, throws, and that's another gain by Holy Spirit. That should be another first down. That is caught by number 5, Gavin Roman.
Holy Spirit is splitting up the offense quite well to start the game. 2 rushes, 2 throws, 1 completion. So we're going to see how that continues.
Now the question becomes, will those runs exceed the number of throws this game as we expected?
Yeah, they did last game. Trevor Cohen had 74 yards and 6 completions. He's already thrown twice and has 1 completion to start this game.
I'd say about 20 yards with that too. There's Cohen, drops back, another throw over, and that's caught by Holy Spirit once again. Holy Spirit really moving the chains in this game, Rob. They are not taking it slow.
Fantastic catch there on the sideline, too. Elijah Stewart, his first reception of the game. Question is, as they enter the red zone, what is Holy Spirit going to do with the ball?
I'm sensing a run. I don't know about you. Motion. Cohen takes the snap, fumbles with the ball over, and he's going to take it himself. Runs around the outside, and he is tackled from behind by the Hermits. Just a slight gain there. That tackle is made by number 1, Brady Powell.
Not a bad stop there. The Hermits are going to need a couple more, though.
Hopefully maybe we can hold them to a field goal here.
That was a 3-yard gain there for Cohen.
But it got him the first. He only needed 3. Cohen takes a snap once again. Hand off to Smith, who his run is cut short. And that's going to bring him down for only about a yard gain here.
Which is very noticeable. The first time he takes it down the middle, he gets stopped with 1-yard gain. Both other times, a very large gain out the outside.
That goes to show you the importance of, or how they resort to running around the outside rather than through the O-line.
We're going to have to keep an eye on how St. Augustine adjusts to the wide run.
10-yard penalty called on Holy Spirit there. That's going to set them back quite a bit. I believe the call was for infraction.
1st and 20 now.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw another quick run from Holy Spirit, maybe pick up a couple yards before they go long on a throw. Cohen takes the snap once again. Throws. That's a wobbly pass and incomplete in the end zone. It's now 2nd and 20. Holy Spirit has quite some ground to make up here, Rob.
Good coverage there from the St. Augustine backfield. They needed that. 2nd and 20 now. A big set of downs here for the Hermits defense.
Cohen has a quick talk with coach, comes right back onto the field, into the huddle. Smith lining up behind Cohen here. Cohen takes a snap. Quick shuttle pass to Smith. Smith is going to take it. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets quite a bit of yards, but he is brought down before the first down by the Hermits.
Yeah, Holy Spirit's first 3rd down of the game coming up now. It's going to be really interesting to see if they do have trust in Patrick Smith or if they're going to go for the throw. It isn't a short 3rd down, that's for sure, too.
Hermits, one of the Hermits' best defenders, Angelo Vokalos, with that tackle.
Vokalos had 1 sack in the Hermits' last game. Was an important factor as well.
Hand off to Smith. Smith breaks through the middle a little bit. Gets a couple yards, I'd say about 5, and then he is brought down once again by the Hermits. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, important play call here for the Spartans of Holy Spirit. It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down, which isn't too uncommon in high school football, I'd like to mention.
It's 4th and 12 here. Spartans got some ground to make up, but they're feeling confident. I'm saying they're going to go to a throw here. What are your thoughts, Rob?
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but they tried to go up the middle again, and Cheeks also got stopped. So, we'll see.
Hermits making some changes on defense, hustling off the field.
For those who don't know, Patrick Smith, also known as Cheeks, is the lead rusher for the Spartans.
Who was also at St. Augustine his freshman year, so making a return to La Rosa Field.
There's going to be a flag.
Flag on the play. That penalty looks like a false start on Holy Spirit, which is going to set them back even further. Rob, you think they're going to continue to go for it, or will they settle for a field goal?
4th and 17, I don't know. We don't usually see a lot of field goals here, but we'll see.
5-yard penalties more crucial than they seem in this game.
The Spartans' second penalty of the game.
So that's about 15 yards in penalties today for the Spartans. Here's Cohen, takes the snap, drops back, throws to his left, and that is nearly intercepted, but it's incomplete. The Hermits are going to take over on downs here as quarterback Trey McClear makes his first appearance on the field today.
Big stop there for the Hermits as Trey McClear looks to take the field. Last game, McClear had a great game. Actually won play of the week with 9 completions, 78 yards, and a touchdown to add to his resume.
And that play of the week wins you a belt from Jersey Sports Zone. I'm sure he's proud to hold that up in the air.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype around that play and especially that belt here on the campus of St. Augustine Prep during the week.
The Hermits certainly came out to support him as he was voted with over like 40% of the votes in the competition against other quarterbacks and players.
It goes to show you the brotherhood we have here
That's
on
right.
this beautiful campus.
We cannot stress that more. So here's McClear. He's going to take his first snap of the night. Motion called. And there's a handoff. And he's going to go around the outside where he is pushed out of bounds. That was number 9, Kenneth Selby, or Kenny Selby, on that carry. It's actually a loss for the Hermits on that first carry. Maybe they'll look to switch something up here on 2nd and 11.
You don't see Kenny Selby all that often in the backfield.
No, you do not. Hermits' main running back is Kanye Uda. McClear takes the snap. It's around the outside. A little bit of a flea flicker. And that's a throw. A wonderful play by the Hermits. And he's going to take it down the field and run out of bounds. That was a completion to number 9, Kenneth Selby, and the throw from number 4, Nasir Hill.
What did I say, Andreas? Kenny Selby with 3 receptions and 27 yards last game with a touchdown, and that's going to be a huge reception for the Hermits. Gets them on the opposing side.
Certainly making it interesting with a play very similar to the Philly special, as many of our fans here at St. Augustine know. Most of us happen to be Philly fans. Can't say that for myself, Rob. I am a New York Giants fan.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Andreas, how does that make you feel seeing a play like that work out perfectly?
Well, got to give some credit to the Eagles here. It was their play first, although many people may beg to differ. Big gain for the Hermits there. It's now 1st and 10. They're on Spirit's 30. And McClear takes the snap. That's a handoff. And I believe that was a handoff to number 6, Kanye Uda. He is brought down. That was a gain of about 2 for Kanye. McClear has a quick word with coach. He's back on the field in the Hermits huddle. Clock is ticking down here in the first quarter with about 6 minutes left. Uda lined up in the backfield. McClear takes the snap. A little bit of a low snap. He's going to throw to the outside into the end zone. And that is broken up. Pass intended for number 4, Nasir Hill, but Spirit is there to break it up. And now it will now be 2nd and 10.
Now, Andreas, let's talk about last game. The Hermits are a very run-heavy offense, but to start this game, we've seen a couple of long-distance throws, I'd like to say, from McClear.
Quite a bit.
Interesting to see how the Holy Spirit lines up with their defense now. They might not have been expecting this.
I'm sure they were expecting more of a run-heavy team, but we've seen more throws than we have runs from the Hermits today.
Exactly.
Maybe they're looking for a different dynamic this game. Clear takes the snap again. Hand off to number 6, Kanye Uda, who breaks free, and he's going to take that one down to about the Spirit 5-yard line. A big carry there for Kanye Uda puts the Hermits in scoring position as they are now 1st and goal.
Now, it's almost like I should take back what I said there a minute ago. A big run for the Hermits.
Just shows you how much this Hermits offense can change. First they're throwing, run some special plays, and now they're back to the run. Holy Spirit, I'm sure they do not know what to expect from what they've seen so far. Hermits now, after two big gains off of a flea flicker, and now a big run from Uda. They're now in scoring position. And that's a snap taken. And, there's a fumble on the play, and it looks like Holy Spirit is there to recover. Hermits not happy about that one. They had a great drive going, but that just goes to show you how quickly things can change as Holy Spirit now gains possession of the ball on their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like McClear tried to hand it off to, I'm not quite sure who it was, but it just got lost in the mixture of people, and then Holy Spirit ended up with the ball.
Well, Hermits certainly gave up a big scoring opportunity there. I'm sure we'll see many more this game. Hopefully we will. But now the ball's back to Holy Spirit. Cohen is going to take the snap with Smith in the backfield. Hand off to Smith, who's going to go up the middle this time, where he is stopped once again and brought down. And the ball appears to be out. Are they going to rule him down, or will they give the Hermits the ball on that play?
Looks as though they might rule him down.
Yeah, it sounds like he was ruled down.
Another stop.
Would have been two crazy plays in a row.
Smith keeps getting stopped trying to go up the middle. Let's see if they bring it out wide again. Speaking about the D-line, last game the Hermits had a big two-point conversion in overtime, a big two-point conversion stop, matter of fact, to win themselves that game 17-16.
Against the big team, Williamstown. That's a big win for the Hermits. Cohen takes a snap off to Smith, who goes around the outside where he seems to be finding some success, and he is brought down a gain of about 3. It is now 3rd down. Spartans are 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions today as they brought their last play to 4th down, where they also failed. What do you think about what do you think the Spartans' approach will be coming into this 3rd down play, Rob?
You know, that's for us to find out. The St. Augustine Prep D-line has a couple key names there. Brady Small, Angelo Vocalis, 2 of the many. We're going to see what they do here.
And now Cohen, hand off to Smith, who is brought down. For about a yard gain, I would say. But now it's 4th down, and it appears that the Spartans will be bringing on their special teams unit. They're punting, something that we weren't expecting to see a lot from the Spartans today. But after all, it will be a bit risky going for something in your own 15.
Yeah, another big stop there for the Hermits. It's 2 in a row now. We got to see how much that continues throughout the game.
That's a short punt from the Spartans, and it's gonna roll. No Hermit there to recover. It's gonna roll about to the Hermits 40. Where the play is stopped. So Trey McClear will take the field with the Hermits offense once again from their own 40.
After that turnover from the Hermits on their first possession of the game, how do you think they're going to line up here on their own 40?
Well, my guess is they're going to try and keep the momentum that they had. Obviously, one play really changed that drive. But if they can keep doing what they're doing, I think they're going to find themselves with many more scoring opportunities.
Yeah, we could see throughout this game that there's been a lot of momentum shifts from the defense to the offense. We're going to see how that plays a role in this game.
I would say momentum's just about even now, as the score is still 0-0, and the ball is in the middle of the field. So,
yeah, this first score could be important for the Hermits, especially as they kicked off to start the half.
Early leads crucial in high school football, especially. McClear calls for a motion. Takes the snap. Hand off to Udo, who goes up the middle. And he is stopped for no gain.
Now let's talk about the Hermits for a second now, Andreas. They're 3-1 on the season, looking to make it 4-1. 11th in the state, coming off a big win from Williamstown, Mainland, and Hamilton after they lost their first game of the season against Millville. Quite an upset, I might say.
Yeah, I mean, all of us here were definitely not expecting to see the Hermits lose to Millville, but Millville came out. They played their hardest. And they gave the Hermits their first loss on the first game of their season, but the Hermits have responded with 3 wins, looking to extend that streak tonight. McClear takes the snap, throws across the middle, and that pass is incomplete.
Looks as though it was deflected and tipped. An incomplete pass there from McClear.
It's now 3rd and 10 for the Hermits. Play that was nearly intercepted, or so we thought.
The first 3rd down of the game for the Hermits offense. Let's see how they approach it.
A run might be a bit too risky at this point, you know. Runs that go for more than 10 yards. Not extremely common. So the Hermits are going to take their first time out of the half.
2
Talk
minutes
things
to go.
over.
2 minutes to go in the first.
That's right.
Now, the Hermits and Holy Spirit have quite the rivalry, as I mentioned earlier. The past 2 times the sides have faced, the Hermits have come out on top with 2 wins. But like mentioned before, 3 years ago, a 22-17 win, the Holy Spirit secured. But
that was the last time they beat the Hermits. The Hermits, of course, winning the next 2 games and looking to extend their streak to 3 against the Spartans tonight.
A lot of connections from that 3-year-ago game where the QB from Holy Spirit was actually once a player at St. Augustine Prep, and the star running back now, Patrick Smith, was a freshman at the Prep, their running back at the time.
All of us here are certainly expecting Smith to make a big appearance in this game, as he has so far, say about 20 yards. Now the Hermits, after talking over their 3rd down strategy, they're going to bring it back out to the field, with McClear taking the snap 2 in the backfield. McClear takes a snap, throws over the middle, a far throw, and that is nearly caught by Nasir Hill. Just fell out of his hands. He definitely took some space between the 2 cornerbacks for Spirit, but the pass out was incomplete, and it appears the Hermits will be bringing out their punting unit.
Much needed stop there for the Spartans of Holy Spirit. They're going to get the ball back with less than 2 to go in the first quarter. Let's see how they approach this return.
Hermits punter Chase Hickey now lined up in the backfield. A punt. It's a wobbling punt. Falls to about the Holy Spirit 30, or it may roll out of bounds, but it is touched by the Hermits. Holy Spirit will now be starting on their own 30.
Back on the offense, we have Holy Spirit, who looks to make their record 5-0 as they enter this game, 4-0, coming off a big win.
Big win against Pleasantville last week, I believe, 42-20.
Pleasantville, who was ranked 2-3 going into that game, or 2-2 going into that game, 2-3 after, excuse me.
So a quick gain from the Spartans. Just going to move it to 2nd down. Patrick Smith with the carry. Clock is ticking down in this first quarter. About a minute remaining. Here's Cohen, takes a snap, a handoff to Smith again, who's going to run around the outside. Smith gets the first down, and I'd say about a yard more, where they're going to mark him down on about the Hermits' 45.
Now, after a solid run there, I'd like to say that Patrick Smith, who's averaging, like you said, 8.7 yards per carry, has not succeeded that number that many times this game, only when he's going outside.
I'm sorry, I meant to say the Spartans' 45. It's another carry to Smith, who's going to fall further back in the backfield. Some good blocking, and now he's going to be gaining some yards. About a 7-yard gain there from Smith. He's going to move the tables. Maybe the Spartans will get another play in this quarter. We're not sure.
Smart play from Smith there.
Definitely was a bit risky going to the backfield, but he made up for it with that nice run along the outside. Once again, running along the outside, something that we've seen a lot from him this game rather than up the middle. Fans are certainly riled up at this moment. It's going to be a flag on the play.
Another flag and another penalty on Holy Spirit. That's their third of the game.
Appears that it's a false start.
It's not the first one we've seen from them.
It's another crucial 5-yard penalty. They're going to be set back quite a bit.
And that's going to be it for the first quarter, Andre. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I definitely think this game wasn't as run-heavy as we've seen. Obviously, the Hermits completed a couple good passes. Same with the Spartans, had a couple good passes. Running, I'd say running to passing ratio about 50 to 50. What points do you have to stress?
Yeah, talking about the run, Patrick Smith, who has over 1,000 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns in 4 games this season. It's very interesting to see how the D-line stopped him quite a few times late on in that first quarter.
Certainly, I would agree, Rob. And now I think it's the perfect time after this first quarter has concluded to mention some of our Hermits sponsors, starting with Proof Production, Atlantic Medical Imaging, the Law Office of Clark & Fox, IWM3 Welding, Manufacturing and Mechanical, Toyota of Vineland, Richland Carpet and Flooring, NMR Events, Ottinger Golf Group, Benjamin F. Edwards & Co., Barbiero and Rich Financial Services, Premier Orthopedics. And once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for their support of St. Augustine Prep and St. Augustine Prep Athletics, all in as one.
Now, if we take a look at the quote-unquote injury report for today's game, we see that Jake Eshek committed to Vanderbilt quite a while ago, but has a torn meniscus now. That's a big missing piece for the O-line for the Hermits, who that might have had an impact when they fumbled the ball early on.
And we can't stress the missing Hermits D lineman, Dennis Jaquez. And that's a gain, a quick gain for the Hermits. Oh, for Holy Spirit. It's now 3rd and 1 for the Spartans, looking to convert on their first 3rd down of the night. Cohen takes the snap. That's a handoff to Smith. Can he get the 1 yard? Hermit's chasing him in the backfield, but it appears he's going to get it.
And a little more as well.
As he runs out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Holy Spirit
defense certainly read that play.
Excuse me. Holy Spirit's head coach, A.J. Russo, going into his 6th year here. Wow, we have Pete Lancetta coaching the Hermits with his 4th year. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, you know, Coach Pete, he's been in the business for a while. He definitely has my trust as a head coach. Obviously, I've talked to him a couple times. And certainly he's got a couple weapons to work with here with the Hermits football this year. And I think he's doing well, especially on the defensive end.
Very well said. I'd have to agree.
So there's Cohen with the handoff to Smith. Once again, Smith getting a lot of touches on the ball today. The tides for the Spartans have definitely shifted more towards the run.
Nothing that we weren't expecting.
That's correct. So it is now 2nd and 5 for the Spartans. Here's Cohen, takes a snap. Another handoff to Smith, who's going to look to go up the middle and drifting more towards the outside, where he dodges a couple tackles. And now he's going to go running down the sideline. Here's Patrick Smith. Are they going to give him the touchdown? Yes, they will. Touchdown by number 4, Patrick Smith, after a long run down the outside.
That's going to be his 12th of the year, and I'd like to add another run to the outside where he broke a couple tackles there and took it down the sideline for the first touchdown of the game.
I mean, certainly it looked as if he was going up the middle at first, which might have thrown the Hermits off, but then he dodged a couple tackles, drifted to the outside, where he just found a success running down the line.
Holy Spirit's looking to make the extra point here. Excuse me.
Extra point by Holy Spirit is
off the upright.
No good, off the upright. So they're only going to have the 6-point lead here. I'm certain that that missed PAT caught us all by surprise. That was number 17, Yadio Feliciano.
Now, that might not seem like that big of a play, but I will tell you it is, because the Hermits kicker, Brandon Bispo, has not missed an extra point, or maybe missed one, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't missed at all this year.
So that leaves it to about, he could kick 2 field goals, or the Hermits could score a touchdown and kick a PAT to take the lead here. Although that field goal, that missed point after attempt, did not seem like much. It could be crucial in these low-scoring high school football games.
Yes, it could.
So Holy Spirit out to kick now.
For those of you tuning in now at home, this is the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel here on the campus of St. Augustine Prep, as Holy Spirit leads 6-0 with about 10 minutes to go here on La Rosa Field.
Hermits lined up in the backfield to take this kick. And that kick is caught by the Hermits, who's taking it up, and that's a very short gain after the catch. Hermits are going to get the ball on their own 40. Nasir Hill with that brief return.
Looks as though the Hermits are talking things over with the coaches now on the sideline.
Did not use a timeout on that play. Just a quick discussion. Now here's McClear, takes the snap. Hand off to Udo, who gets tripped up as he runs down the middle. About a 2 or 3 yard gain from the Hermits on that play.
There you go.
It's now 2nd and 7 for the Hermits on their own 45.
With 9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, mind the fact that the Hermits do get the ball at the start of the second half,
as they did defer the original coin toss.
With the touchdown here or any points, that could prove very important.
I think it's just crucial that the Hermits get on the board at this point after that big, after they did miss that attempt in the beginning of the first half.
It can't hurt them, that's for sure.
So here's McClear taking the snap. He's going to roll to his left, a throw over the middle, and that is incomplete. Intended for number 13, Josh Dolson.
Another third down as Trey McClear goes over to the sideline to talk things over. What do you think? They're going to run the ball or throw it?
I'm definitely, I would sense a throw here from the Hermits. It is third down. They've got quite a bit of yardage to make up, and they haven't had many long runs this game, about one successful from Udo. So I'm sensing a throw here, but I might be wrong. We'll see.
Yeah, you can sense the importance of this O-line on this play now, especially with the missing Dennis Jaquez.
So here's McClear. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to fire. And that class is going to be nearly caught by Uda, but, or I'm sorry, that was nearly caught by
Kenny Selby, I think
Kenny
it was.
Selby.
And it looks as though the Hermits are going to punt away now as McClear goes off the field. A much-needed stop there for Holy Spirit as they keep their lead at 6.
So now here's Hermits punter Chase Hickey lined up in the backfield, ready. That's a solid punt from Hickey, and it's going to be recovered by the Spartans.
No fair catch, and he's going to take it down the sideline for a good amount of yardage.
I'd say about a 10-yard gain on that return. Smart play. So Spartans on 1st and 10 after that solid return. Here's Cohen. Calls for a motion. Takes the snap. It's a fake. That's a play action. And brought down by the Spartans. Pass that could have possibly been intercepted there. Looked a bit risky, but at the end, it was
Elijah
caught.
Stewart with the reception.
Certainly got up on that catch.
No first down, though. 2nd and 2 now.
Of course, now we're looking to see if this ball will go to Patrick Smith for a solid run. Patrick Smith certainly making a big appearance in his return out to La Rosa Field. There's Cohen, a handoff, not to Patrick Smith this time.
They are going to get the first down, though.
That's a solid carry by the Spartans. Number 29, Devin Lee with that carry. Spartans on the 50 now. It is 1st and 10 with about 7.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Cohen now takes a snap. Hands off back to Smith, who's going to go along the outside and pick up about 10. Will they give him the first down?
Looks like they're going to mark him a yard short about.
A little bit of some information on Patrick Smith. He was committed to Colorado State until he recently decommitted this year, and he has many more college offers on the table, including some from Vanderbilt.
Wouldn't that be ironic if he teamed up with St. Augustine senior Jake Keshik later on in the future?
Ketchuk on the own line and Patrick Smith with the ball in his hands as a running back. That could be a deadly duo,
That would be
especially
quite
in
the
college
duo.
football.
It's interesting to see how well Patrick Smith finds those gaps on the D-line. Gets a lot of yards from it.
And when he doesn't find those gaps, he certainly does not hesitate to take the ball along the outside. So it's about 2nd and 1 now for the Spartans.
An important drive here for the Hermits defense. They need a stop.
Cohen takes the snap. Hand off to Smith. Did he get the yard?
Looks like they're going to give it to him.
It's that small gain of 1. Exactly what the Spartans needed. It's now 1st and 10 on the Hermits 40. Smith lined up in the backfield once again. As Cohen takes the snap, drops back, fires to his outside where it's caught by number 6, Jameer
ball's
Smith.
loose, but he gets it back.
That ball appeared to pop out for a minute, but Jameer Smith comes up with it again.
Yeah, right after Jameer Smith dodged that tackle, it seemed as though the ball went loose, but lucky for him, he was able to recover it just in time. 2nd and 5 now.
Clock continues to tick down here in the second quarter. 6 minutes remaining. Cohen takes a snap, another handoff to Smith, who runs along the outside, making his way up the middle, and he's still going, and he's going to get about 5 yards for a first down. Solid carry there from Patrick Smith. Cohen takes a snap, a quick handoff to number 29, Devin Lee, I believe. And he's brought down for about a 5-yard gain.
Although 5 yards may not seem like a lot, it's those rushes that tend to hurt you.
And that's the second carry from Devin Lee tonight. Although he's only had 2 touches on the ball, he has certainly done a lot with them. There's Lee lined up in the backfield once again. Cohen's going to take the snap. Ball's back to Lee, who pushes his way up the middle, and it appears that he has gotten the first down continues to run the clock and move the chains for the Spartans. They're making significant progress down the field.
Yeah, this running back core for Holy Spirit is nothing short than excellent.
Cohen, the handoff to Smith. Gets about 2 yards on that play.
For those of you who don't know, this is the South Jersey Game of the Week as Holy Spirit comes to St. Augustine Prep, looking to extend their record to 5-0.
Cohen takes a snap back to Lee, charges up the middle again, making some more significant progress, only about 2 to 3 yards, but certainly means a lot. Lee now coming out of the game for Smith, who returns to the field.
A huge 3rd down for both teams here late in the second quarter.
You think the Hermits are going to get the stop here, Rob?
We're about to find out.
There's Cohen, the handoff to Smith, who charges up the middle, but he's blocked and pushed back. Don't think the Spartans have gotten that 3rd down conversion, but I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it on 4th down.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that 3rd down might not mean much if the Hermits can't get a stop here on 4th. Looks as though they're going to go for it here, and why not?
Nothing we didn't expect here, Rob. Spartans have a very aggressive tactics coming into today's game. It's now 4th and 2 for the Spartans. They're on the Hermits' 10-yard line.
If I were to guess, it looks like they might give it back to Patrick Smith here.
Fans making some noise here. Cohen drops back, fires over the middle, where it's intercepted by Trey McClear, who's going to take it down the line, making some significant progress.
The QB for the Hermits with a crucial interception there. Wow.
So now we know he doesn't just throw, he can also catch.
Isn't that something, Andreas? That's a huge play late in the second half. That gives the Hermits another 2.5 minutes to drive down the field and look to get their first points before they receive the ball again in the second half.
That is a very big stop here for the Hermits.
An interception in their end zone.
The action only continues for Trey McClear as they're making that interception. He comes back onto the field as quarterback.
That's going to be quite the stat line we'll see at the end of the game.
Yeah, you don't see many QBs making interceptions in today's football world, do you, Rob?
Unless they're throwing it, yeah.
clear after that play. With Udo lined up in the backfield. Udo's going to push forward. And it doesn't look like he gained anything on that play.
I don't know if you guys at home could hear, but the Rowdies went wild after that play. Just shows how much immense support we get, even under the COVID restrictions.
Of course, the fan intake here at La Rosa Field is limited. Needless to say, we certainly hear the impact of the fans on all of our sports games, Rob.
We bring it when we can, that's for sure, even when restricted.
Just happy that we can be out here playing and, of course, commentating for a game despite the COVID-19 protocols.
Yeah, of course, that brings up the idea of COVID-19. Hopefully everyone at home is safe and staying safe, and we hope that continues. Hopefully this can all end sooner than later.
Just keep on your mask, wash your hands, and we should be out of this very soon.
That's the hope. Stay safe, everybody.
So now the Hermits on their own 20. Clear's going to take the snap with Udo in the backfield. It's play action. The incoming sack for McClear, and he is brought down for a great loss from the Hermits. It's about a 5-yard loss, I would say, on that sack by the Spartans. Holy Spirit calling their second timeout of the half.
Both teams with one
play.
timeout left. Let's see how they use them here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half.
It's almost like a 2-minute warning.
Practically.
So now, wow, a loss of 10 yards on that play. 3rd and 20 for the Hermits when they take the field once again. I'm certain that both teams could use that timeout called by the Spartans.
That timeout could end up to be crucial that the Hermits didn't have to use theirs if they do convert this 3rd down.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a throw here from McClear.
Yeah, as mentioned, they do need to convert the down, though.
Two receivers line up for the Hermits. Motion's called. And they're going to hand it off to Udo, who makes a quick gain of about 3 on the play. Certainly not going to be enough to make up the 20-yard deficit.
Yeah, the Hermits seem to play that one safe. Didn't want to risk a turnover there, and it looks like they're going to punt away now with 4th down, hoping to get another stop with less than 2 minutes to go and then receive the ball at the start of the second half.
It's another timeout called.
Again from Holy Spirit.
Hermits now taking the field. Appears that their punting unit is out. Chase Hickey now lined up in the backfield, ready to punt. A solid punt would be crucial here to stop the Spartans from picking up a significant gain. It's a solid punt from Hickey. It's going to roll to about the Hermits 50 where it is recovered.
And a big hit there from the Hermits defense. A much needed hit, I'd like to add.
That punt is recovered by number 11, Elijah Stewart, for the Spartans.
The Spartans lead 6-0 as they go and take out, which could be the last drive of the half here at La Rosa Field.
Spartans now line up on the Hermits 45. Cohen ready to take the snap with Smith in the backfield. Cohen, the handoff to Smith, who goes up the middle where he's big hit from the Hermits. That hit was from number 55.
Brady Small, who had a significant impact on their win at Williamstown.
It's a good tackle there from Small. Crucial, to say the least.
Brady Small, who had 2 sacks in that last game. Very important factor on the Hermits defense. And not only that game, but in all games. A junior here at the prep.
Hermits football certainly heavy on juniors as Cohen, long throw.
That's going to be broken up. Good play there from the Hermits secondary.
That was number 1, Brady Powell, with the coverage.
You know, if the Hermits get a 3rd down here, there is a chance, or if they stop this 3rd down, there is a chance that they could string something up at the end of this half, especially with that last timeout that they still have.
Only about a minute remaining, but that's plenty of time in football for most football, as most football watchers know. Snap from Cohen. Hand off to Smith again, who is brought down.
He's going to get stopped. 1 minute left on the clock now.
It's now 4th down. Could not convert on that 3rd down. It's now 4th down for the Spartans. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it here, as they are no longer in their own territory.
Yeah, and the clock is ticking down, so.
About 40 seconds remaining in the half. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go long here for the end zone. Possibly get the last play of the half.
Noting that this half is ticking down, it's important to note that the Hermits cannot let them score here on 4th down.
Keep their lead to only 6. Flag on that play. It's a delay of game on Holy Spirit, but they're keeping their offense out in the field, so they will continue to go for it here on 4th and long.
Interesting take here from Holy Spirit. Looks like they're going to punt away now. That's going to leave the Hermits with a little under 20 seconds.
If they were attempting to waste time there, that was certainly not a bad move.
Yeah, as the clock ticks down, that looks like that's going to do it.
7 seconds. 6.
3, 2, 1.
And that's going to do it for the half. Holy Spirit with a strategic play to wind down the clock. And after that first half, we have the Spartans of Holy Spirit leading the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep 6-0. Of course, quite an eventful first half. Many turnovers, many good and solid plays, including some long runs and some long passes. But that's going to do it for us for the first half here on the Hermits Broadcasting Channel. We will see you when the game resumes in the 3rd quarter. Signing off for now.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
At Toyota of Vineland, we have a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles inspected to give you peace of mind and offered at incredible values, starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to California and many places in between. Our goal is to become the most knowledgeable and respected law firm representing the insurance industry. This singular goal guides and defines all of our decisions. If you wish to join the Clark & Fox team, either as a client or member of our firm, please reach out to us.
starting as low as $49.95. Get top dollar for your trade. Plus, our Toyota certified vehicles come with a limited warranty and roadside assistance. At Toyota of Vineland, we strive to be the best dealership in town by taking care of what's really important, you. So come to Toyota of Vineland. We have the best cars and trucks you need at the price you want.
Welcome to Clark & Fox, a company dedicated to representing the international and domestic insurance markets. We are a group of individuals who created a world-class law firm and company through passion, purpose, and practice. We pride ourselves on providing consistent and extraordinary legal services to our clients.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to our second half presentation of Hermits football as the Hermits face off against the Spartans of Holy Spirit. We have quite a lot to talk about after a very eventful first half. Rob, why don't you break us down with some of the first half stats?
Yeah, let's go over some stats for the Hermits here in the first half. We had some defensive frustrations. The offense wasn't on the field long. Only 2 first downs in the entire first half. Those short drives caused multiple frustrations on the defense. Trey McClear had 1 completion for 6 attempts, 51 passing yards. Funny to note that 1 completion was 51 yards.
After
Very
that big
completion.
fleet, yeah.
We also like to mention that we've had 9 rushes and 13 yards and 0 penalties. I'd like to note 0 penalties for 0 yards. If we take it over to the stats for Holy Spirit, they had 4 penalties with a cost of 25 yards. Not great for them, but they do have a 6-0 lead entering the second half. 25 carries for 153 yards, mainly coming from the running back Patrick Smith, also known as Cheeks, who's been a major factor in the Holy Spirit offense this half.
Can't forget about Devin Lee, who got just a very few touches on the ball, but when he did get the ball, he was certainly making the impact.
Lastly, I'd like to note that Trevor Cohen had 5 completions for 9 attempts, 1 interception, and 38 passing yards. That interception coming from the opposing QB, Trey McClear.
Well, it just appears here that Trey McClear can do it all. After a decent first half from McClear and an interception, certainly we're all looking to see the Hermits offense out on the field more. After only 2 first downs in that first half, coming from that first drive where they ran a flea flicker and they had a nice run from Kanye Uda.
Yeah, if we look at things in a bigger perspective, the Hermits only had 2 first downs while Holy Spirit had 11. They had the ball for a majority of the first half. Now, the Hermits will be receiving the second half kickoff, so hopefully we see that first down number change a little bit more.
And hopefully the Hermits defense isn't too tired. Maybe they've gotten some time to recharge, and certainly they're hoping that the offense can stay out on the field for a little bit more, as we see here on the sidelines. Trey McClear throwing the ball to his wide receivers, warming up for the second half, which should be kicking off in about a minute or so. We are looking forward to the second half presentation as the Hermits are down 6-0. Plenty of time and plenty of plays to make up their deficit.
Last but not least, some keys to the game for the Hermits. We need more time on the offense and more time for our defense to rest. A lot of frustration, as I mentioned earlier, and not as many first downs. That's going to be a big factor here in the second half, coming along with fatigue.
And while we have the time, I just figured I would thank you, some of our people here on the Hermits Broadcasting Channel that are making this production possible tonight. We have John Teresa, Tim Shea, and Ryan Marengo on field for our photographers. We have Vinny Paulsina and Billy Jameson as cameras. We have Carson Quinn on the laptop. And, of course, the overseer of it all, Mr. Thomas Bermel, who made this whole Hermits Broadcasting Club possible, and we are just happy to be here tonight. Once again, I'm Andreas LaRosa.
And I'm Robert Holland.
And we are excited to get the second half underway in a couple of seconds.
With the second half coming to a start, Andreas, what are you looking for here on the Hermits' first drive of the half?
Well, obviously, I would like to see some more success from the run. We didn't have a whole lot of success. Kanye Uda should certainly get some more rushing this half, maybe make some significant progress. Of course, Trey McClear with 50 yards throwing in the first half. Obviously, that number could always be better, but I wouldn't say it's nothing bad. So,
Yeah, Trey McClear's 50 yards compared to his 78 last game, I believe. Not a bad halftime stat line for him.
On track to do more tonight as the Spartans of Holy Spirit ready to kick off for this second half.
And let's keep in mind, McClear has only been the starting QB for about 2 or 3 weeks now at the Hermits. Austin Lehman, who was the latter QB for the Hermits, transferred out after the first game or so of the season. Some big shoes to fill.
Certainly. Appear to be was that an onside kick from Holy Spirit?
It looks like it, and it also looks like the Hermits are going to keep the ball.
Interesting opening to the second half here.
Interesting opening and good field position for the Hermits.
That's right. Hopefully we can make something out of this.
They look to get their first points of the game now. An important first drive. Momentum is even right now, especially coming out of the halftime team talks.
Now McClear and the Hermits taking the field.
Beautiful night, I must mention, here on La Rosa Field on the campus of St. Augustine Prep.
About 60 degrees and pretty cool, so couldn't ask for a better night.
Especially after some colder days early on in the week.
Quick motion. McClear takes the snap. That's a handoff to Udo, I'm sorry. And he's going to bring that up for about a 5-yard gain.
The Hermits with not nearly as much running attempts as Holy Spirit start their second half with a run play from Kanye Udo.
Of course, we did see some quite a bit of throwing from Holy Spirit, but the number of times they ran the ball was certainly greater than the throw.
Their 6 points also coming from the run play.
So here's McClear ready to take the snap on second down. It's about 2nd and 5. Rolls to his left, fires, and that pass is complete. And the Hermits are rushing down the sideline. A big completion there. That was to number 27, Franklin Sims. Just what the Hermits needed to get a little bit more momentum. And the clock's now stopped as Sims runs out of bounds.
Franklin Sims, I'd like to have an overtime touchdown against Williamstown in their last game. A running back for the Hermits mostly with 9 attempts and 28 yards. Now getting himself a reception and a completion.
Kind of like Alvin Kamara from the Saints, you know, a little receiving running back.
That never hurts.
Hermits lined up with 3 receivers. Franklin Sims in the motion. Clear takes the snap. That's a handoff to Udo, who makes some significant progress. If the ball rolls out, and that is recovered by Holy Spirit on their own 15-yard line.
Another fumble for the Hermits. And that's where this defensive frustration comes in. You could see the offensive coordinator, it looks like, on the coach, who is very frustrated with that play. Not what the Hermits wanted to start off the half.
That fumble from Kanye Udo. And we cannot stress the importance of ball security.
A very big factor, more than what we thought it would be in today's game.
Of course, it definitely gets physical out there. But just the ability to hold onto the ball, something that not many see the importance of. And that, as that play is stopped with a brief gain for the Spartans.
Now, we didn't see that many scores in the first half. Do you think that's going to change here in the second half? Maybe some more points converted?
Well, obviously the intensity of the game is just overall ramped up. You know, both teams looking to come out into the second half with some fire. Obviously, Holy Spirit wants to keep their lead. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bit more scoring, as our defenses, of course, are getting tired out, especially the Hermits defense after being worked in the first half. As for Holy Spirit, you know, they want to keep their lead, keep putting points up on the board, but obviously defense is certainly important for them. As Cohen for the Spartans is sacked there. That's a sack from number 33, Rob Adamson, a sophomore.
It's always nice seeing someone in my grade and yours too.
Yeah.
Make up a big play on this Hermit football team, a very competitive football team.
Mostly made up of juniors this year, I would say. obviously, but you've got those star sophomores like Rob Adamson out there making an impact in the game with that big sack.
Along with some veteran seniors that have proved a major point in this game and the others.
So there's Cohen. That's a handoff to Smith, who is going to be stopped once again. And the ball is just rolled out. Are they going to rule the play dead? That's recovered by
They're
Trey
gonna rule it
McClear.
a fumble. That's a fumble.
Very well done by Trey McClear, making
Wow.
this, certainly making a big impact on defense in this game.
Who would have thought Trey McClear with another forced, well, I shouldn't say forced, but another turnover, this time a fumble recovery.
So that's
here
a
on the
fumble
Hermits
recovery
defense.
and an interception, and 51 passing yards from Trey McClear. His fantasy points must be through the roof right now,
Not only
Rob.
is he a quarterback, but he is quite the defensive player as well. He's someone I would like to have on my fantasy team, I might add.
Oh, your fantasy team certainly needs it with that losing record.
That's coming from someone who isn't even 500. As we bring our focus back to the game, the Hermits offense takes the field.
And here's McClear after that big fumble recovery, takes the snap. That's a handoff to Kanye Udo. Won't lie, I've kind of struggled with that aim all night, Rob.
Hey, sometimes that happens. We are all humans.
All respect for the running back, although I may mispronounce his name.
Very interesting, as you mentioned, ball security is a big factor early on in the second half. A fumble on back-to-back drives for both offenses, excuse me.
So now here's the Hermits on second down, about 2nd and 10. No gain on that play. And the play is stopped.
It's important that the Hermits punch one home here in the red zone.
After they take their first time out of the half, settle things down after a big defensive stop from Trey McClear.
A very early timeout. What are your thoughts on that, Andreas?
Oh, well, you know, obviously the momentum is certainly in their favor. Honestly, it could go either way. It would make sense if they hadn't called a timeout and keep that momentum going, but now I'm assuming Coach Pete called that timeout just so they can collect themselves, obviously, as they do have the momentum going for them, and talk it over.
I like to put it like this. The Hermits need to score on this possession.
That would be crucial, Rob, and if they could make that extra point after attempt, that would make them 7-6.
In the lead,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we need.
That rhymed.
See, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it.
So here's McClear, takes the snap, rolls back, and he is sacked. But he holds onto the ball. It's a big loss for the Hermits there, and a big gain for Holy Spirit as they push the Hermits further back from the red zone and from the end zone where they need to score.
And McClear's going to go over and talk to Coach now on the sideline. I wonder what they're discussing.
It's a crucial loss of 9 yards for the Hermits.
That's
No.
not the first sack of the game for Holy Spirit. This has been a mostly defensive game. A lot of turnovers and a lot of big stops. Hopefully the Hermits can change that with a touchdown or even a field goal here. Very important possession, as I reiterate.
So the Hermits on 3rd and long. Obviously a first down would be great. A touchdown even better, assuming they're going to go long on a throw here as a flag is called on the play. Game is stopped.
Let's see what this is about. This could be big.
Appears to be a penalty on the Hermits. It's a delay of game. It's going to push them back.
Not what they wanted to see.
Just makes that 3rd and long even 3rd and longer.
Third and 24 now.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
The Hermits' first penalty of the game, I'd like to add.
You think Trey McClear is going to look for the end zone here?
You know, they're either going to play it safe or they're going to go for it. And it looks like they're going to go for it.
Trey McClear a throw. He gets hit in the process, and that is nearly picked off by the Spartans.
I think that Kenny Selby thought that it was going to be picked, and that's why he wasn't expecting for that ball to get through. And through it went, and an incompletion.
Kenny Selby, we haven't heard a lot from him this game, but he has certainly made great impacts in other games. You think we'll see a little bit more from him in this second half, Rob?
Yeah, 3 receptions, 27 yards, and a touchdown in the last game. I think he's going to come up big here in the second half. He needs to as well. Very important for the Hermits.
And the punting unit is not on the field for the Hermits, so it appears that they're going to be going for it here on 4th and very long, probably just to make up some significant yardage and put Holy Spirit in a worse starting position to start their next drive.
Let's see how they approach this.
Udo in the backfield, motion called. Sims, Trey McClear, snap in the pocket, throws, long throw, and that is nearly intercepted by the Spartans once again. It was triple coverage on Nasir Hill.
You know, it came to my attention that the O-line was getting beat up a little bit on this second drive, for the Hermits. Trey McClear with a lot of pressure on him, especially on these past 2 downs.
A lot of incoming rushes from the, incoming sacks from the Spartans.
Yeah, McClear had to get rid of that one rather quickly, more quickly than he wanted to. It looks like he almost got hit there at the end of it.
Better than getting sacked, though. Smart play there by McClear. As he takes the field once again on defense. It's a snap to Cohen, who hands off to Smith, who's going to run along the outside for about a 5-yard gain on that play.
Possession has switched 3 times now in the second half. Rather quickly, only 5 minutes into this third quarter.
The intensity of the second half certainly amped up from the first half.
Both defenses bringing everything they have. It's going to be interesting to see which defense is going to be able to last longer.
There's Cohen. Hand off to Smith, who runs along the outside. It appeared that he got tackled there at first, but he dodged, and he made significant progress along the outside.
That isn't the first time we've seen Patrick Smith dodge a couple tackles and get through a couple tackles, especially on that touchdown that he had earlier on in the game. He did exactly that, broke a couple tackles, brought it out to the outside, and did what he was born to do, run it into the end zone.
Cheeks is one shifty running back. Sure, the Hermits wouldn't mind having him junior year.
Like they did freshman year, matter of fact.
So here's Cohen ready to take the snap. Smith in the backfield, but he's got 2 receivers. Goes across the middle, and that was nearly a catch.
Great coverage from Kenny Selby again.
So there's Selby now making an appearance in the second half, more so than he did in the first.
Putting on his signature celebration with his arms out wide.
That pass was intended for number 11, Elijah Stewart. It's now 2nd and 10 for the Spartans on their own 45.
A lot of these Hermit football players have multi-asset players, both offensively and defensively, which is something that you love to see in high school football.
And there's Patrick Smith with a big carry along the line and takes a big hit, or more so, he gives a big hit to the Hermits.
Bradley Powell.
Moves the chain, and he is marked out of bounds.
A little under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, excuse me.
So now the Spartans line up on 1st and 10 on the Hermits 45. And there's Smith dives for about a 5-yard gain there.
Up the middle again. Not the yards he wanted, though, but
Smith must be nearing 100 yards in this game, Rob.
Last game he had 241 yards with 4 touchdowns to his name. That is not the average stat line, even for a running back.
As Hermits, we hope that he is limited in his rushing yards, but with a player of his talent, I wouldn't be surprised if he exceeded 100 yards this game.
Very well said, Andres. Couldn't agree more.
Hermits making some changes on defense.
2nd and 8. Important that the Hermits look to get a stop here on these set of downs.
So Trevor Cohen now ready to take the snap with Smith in the backfield. Motion called. Cohen a little pitch to Smith, who's going to go back along the outside and cuts through the middle, actually, where he's tripped up. Breaks about 2 tackles, and then he is brought down at about the Hermits 35. Making those quick 5-yard gains, but they do mean a lot.
Especially making this 3rd and 3, those 5-yard gains tend to be very important for the running back, Patrick Smith.
I mean, if you could just do it here, that's another first down. All they need. So there's Cohen. Rolls to his left, nearly sacked, but he's going to air it out. And that pass is incomplete.
Through the hands.
Yeah, that is right. Through the hands of the intended receiver for Holy Spirit.
That's going to be 4th and 3. What do you think they're going to do here, Andres? Looks like the offense is staying out on the field again.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a run to Smith here, as he only needs to make up 3 yards, and he averages about 8.7.
Huge play for the Hermits.
That pass was intended for number 6, Jameer Smith. There's Cohen. Hand off to Smith, who runs along the outside, and he's going to...
He's not going to get it.
Not going to get the first down there.
That's
That is
a huge
surprise.
play. A huge play for the Hermits defense as they stop him on 4th down. Another turnover on downs for the Spartans of Holy Spirit.
Spartans made the call that we predicted, but they were not successful. Smith could not pick up the 3 yards there. Hermits defense with another big stop as they now come off the field to take a break. All except Trey McClear, who will stay on the field as quarterback.
As we commentate over this West Jersey Football League matchup between St. Augustine Prep and Holy Spirit, the winner of this game will host number 3 Williamstown in the quote-unquote South Jersey semifinal. The loser will go down into the 2nd pod worth of 4 teams. So this game is not only very important because of its rivalry, but because of the seeding in the so-and-so playoffs of South Jersey.
Yeah, with these COVID-19 protocols, obviously the teams are broken up into pods of 4. The winner of this game will go into the quote-unquote better pod where they will face Williamstown. And that was a pitch to Kanye Udo, who was brought down for a big loss as a helmet comes off for Holy Spirit in that play. But once again, that is a big loss for the Hermits. Not what they needed.
Great minds think alike.
I was just going to say that.
Second and 21 now.
It's a loss of 11. That is a big loss for the Hermits. So now the Hermits lining up on 3rd and 21. I'm sorry, 2nd and 21. McClear takes the snap. It's a play action. Rolls to his right, but he is sacked as he tries to go back to his left by Holy Spirit, making some big defensive plays on this Hermits drive. Now the Hermits are going to look to punt it away as they go 3 and out. Oh, I'm sorry. Allow me to correct myself. It is now 3rd down, so the Hermits will not be punting it away.
You can see the absence of left tackle and O-lineman Jay Keshik with a torn meniscus. He's out of this game and most likely the rest of this season. A big absence here on the Hermits offense.
It's now 3rd and long for the Hermits. They've got quite a bit of ground to make up, or else they will be punting it away here.
Nearing their own end zone. Do you think the safe play is just to run it here, Andres?
I would go for a throw, obviously trying to make up some yardages, but there is a run there to Udo, who picks up not even a yard.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to play that one safe, and now they're going to punt away. Another 3 and out for the Hermits. Not what they needed to start
Defense
the second half.
not getting the rest that they need, but now Chase Hickey is going to come out into the field to punt this one away. 4th and 32. Wow.
You don't hear that every day.
Certainly don't. It's now Hickey nearly in his own end zone. Low snap. Fumbled a bit, but he gets the punt off. That's a fair catch.
Very well played there by Chase Hickey.
Fair catch from number 11, Elijah Stewart.
Bringing it back to the keys of this second half. The defense not needing to be fatigued right now. Hopefully they aren't. But I can guarantee you that Coach Pete Lancetta went over this in the halftime team talk. The offense has not been on the field long this second half and this third quarter especially.
Need another big defensive stop here for the Hermits as the ball is now in their own territory to begin this drive for the Spartans. Cohen calls a motion with Smith in the backfield. A pitch to Smith, who's going to go back, track back along the outside, and he's going to lose some yards here as he is brought down
5, yeah.
behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, as much as I keep mentioning this, it looks like the Hermits defense is not fatigued right now. Hopefully it stays that way for the rest of this game. They're going to need it to be.
Well, as soccer players, we certainly see them do a lot of running after school as we do practice at the same time, so hopefully that conditioning will pay off.
Very hard to watch sometimes. Just goes to show how important conditioning is, especially in high school sports.
And that's no gain for Smith on that handoff. It's now 3rd and 12. Or, I'm sorry, and 10. There's a loss of yards on that play, actually.
It's going to be another 3rd and long.
3rd and 13. So Cohen ready to take the snap with Smith in the backfield.
An important 3rd down for both sides.
He's got 3 lined up, 3 wide receivers lined up. Now Smith travels out wide. Cohen, incoming rushers. He's going to shuttle it to Smith. That's incomplete. It will now be 4th and 13 after that incompletion.
Let's see what head coach A.J. Russo decides to do here. Looks like he's going to bring out the punt team.
Not a bad move. No, it's very risky to go on it, especially when you're in your own territory.
This is still a 1-possession game.
Just shows you the importance of every drive, as that is punted away by Spirit.
No fair catch. Very interesting play, and he's going to get a couple yards from it. Worked out for the better for him.
That punt was received by number 4, Nasir Hill. First and 10 for the Hermits on their own 30.
Hermits offense hasn't been on the field long this half. Hopefully they can change that now.
Defense getting a bit of a break after that 3 and out. So now here's McClear. Motion for Sims again, takes the snap. That's a handoff to Udo, who charges up the middle for about a gain of 2. It's now 2nd and 8. And that's going to conclude it for the third quarter here on La Rosa Field. Score remains 6-0 in favor of the Spartans of Holy Spirit.
Some important things to look at that half, Andreas. Kanye Udo with a lot of the offense going his way, a lot of rushes, almost as many as he had in the entire first half, and a lot of turnovers from both sides. What's your perspective on that?
Well, obviously, you could look at this two ways. It's either a very poor offensive game or a very good defensive game. Could be a little bit of both. I definitely think Trey McClear has made a great impact on the Hermits' defense, as well as many other players, including Kenny Selby, Brady Small, and Angelo Vokalos. As for Spirit, you know, if they can just, it would not be a bad thing if they could just keep this 6-0 lead. Obviously, they're looking to score some more points, but a win's a win, as they say.
Yeah, knowing Trey McClear as a person, I know that he's happy with his defensive performance, but I know that he's eager to make his performance even better on the offensive side, as he needs to do here for the Hermits now entering the fourth quarter.
Trey, a quarterback who's always looking for more, never complacent with what he has.
Never satisfied, some like to say.
And may I say, that is a great mindset.
Especially for all those who are tuning on the stream now here on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel.
So as McClear takes the snap, goes long for Nasir Hill, who nearly makes the catch, but it is broken up by Holy Spirit.
The Rowdies are upset with that one. A lot of noise from the crowd.
Some might have been looking for the pass interference call on that play. Personally, I didn't see much.
Good call there by the refs, I think. The officials have had a very good game, I'd say.
Obviously, we talked to the refs prior to the game, and they are men of great experience. I have no doubt that they will officiate this game fairly and accurately, of course.
Third and 7 now after a big shot deep. Let's see what McClear can do. Will they go 3 and out again?
Needs to convert here.
We will see.
Here's McClear, low snap. Looking for Hill out wide, who jumps up, nearly makes the grab. Once again, incomplete, intended for Nasir Hill. That's 2 targets for Hill on this drive.
That's going to do it for the Hermits offense again.
Defense will be coming back onto the field. I'm sorry, first the special teams unit.
Not what the Rowdies wanted to see.
Here's Hickey taking the snap on this punt. Hickey, short punt. And that's going to bounce around the Hermits, or I'm sorry, Holy Spirit's 45-yard line. About 12 minutes left in this fourth quarter, the last and arguably most important quarter of this game, Rob.
Yeah, Trevor Cohen and Patrick Smith look to lead the offense to another score here. Let's see if they can do it.
Wouldn't be surprised to see quite a few touches from Smith here in this fourth quarter to wind the clock down and obviously look to score some more points. So there's a pitch to Smith as he runs through the middle with some great speed, breaks a couple tackles, and he is brought down on about the 50-yard line.
A solid run there. Some good yards. Still a ton of time left in this game. Almost the entire fourth quarter. Nothing is out of reach for either team.
Anything can happen at this point. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Andreas Rosa alongside Robert Holland, and this is the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel. We welcome you to the presentation of Holy Spirit versus St. Augustine Prep Hermits, and it is now the fourth quarter as Cohen airs it out to Elijah Stewart, and the pass is incomplete. Coverage by number 9, Kenny Selby.
Some confusion there from Selby. It seemed as though he almost stopped running halfway through that play. Lucky enough for that pass to be incomplete. That could have been damaging for the Hermits.
That would have definitely been a big gain,
if not a touchdown. Another third down now.
Hermits are still trailing 6-0. No points have been scored since the second quarter of this game, Rob. And that play is stopped.
Interesting to see what they're going to call here.
Timeout called on the Holy Spirit there. They're first of the half.
Both teams now with 2 timeouts remaining in the half. 10:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Bringing it back to the last game the Hermits played against Williamstown. We haven't seen kicker Brandon Bispo take the field yet this game. Last game he scored a extra point attempt as the time expired to force the game to overtime, which the Hermits later won. Maybe we'll see something like that again this game, hopefully for the win.
Obviously, you know, the role of the kicker in football is very important, although many may not see it. These important games that are 2-1, that are in between like 1 and 2 point games, the kicker can and is is always crucial.
Those few points could turn out to be very crucial in this game especially. Oh, the ball's loose.
There's Cohen, takes it to the outside, where he gains a couple of yards.
Yeah, after a poor snap there from Holy Spirit, Cohen was able to pick up the ball and get it for a couple yards. The second fumble for Holy Spirit, but the second time they've recovered it themselves.
Once again, that brings us back to the importance of ball security in this game. Obviously, poor ball security forces turnovers for either teams. It's happened to the Hermits twice and to Holy Spirit once in this game.
Yeah, there's been quite a few of them. For those of you who don't know or haven't heard earlier, the winner of this game will host Williamstown in the South Jersey semifinal, some would like to say, and would become the number 2 seed in the top 4 teams pod.
And now we see a personal foul called on Holy Spirit. Sets them back 15 yards. It's now second and very long. Well, I'm sorry, third and very long.
Interesting to see what A.J. Russo lines up here for his offense.
Appears that the Coach P is looking to talk to the refs. Saw something that he didn't like, and now he's going to address it.
3rd and 23. Big play here for the Hermits. I wouldn't expect the Spartans to go for it here this deep into their own half. This could be a crucial stop, as I've said on multiple occasions this game.
Here's Kahn with Smith in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers lined up, and Smith to his right. Drops back in the pocket, rolls to his left, fires down the field. And that pass is up and nearly intercepted by the Hermits, but it's going to be ruled incomplete. That pass broken up by number 4, Nasir Hill, and intended for number 11, Elijah Stewart.
You know, that's not necessarily a bad thing that he didn't intercept that. They might actually have better yards off of this punt than they would have if he did get that pick.
That's, of course, assuming if Holy Spirit does punt it. They are a very risky team.
Looks like they're going to line up for the punt now. Smart play from Russo and the Spartans.
That's a punt. That's a wobbly punt, and it's going to take a bounce in favor of the Hermits.
A good bounce for the Hermits, yes.
It's at the Hermits' 40-yard line now. Field positioning decent as they kick off this next drive of the fourth quarter.
Millville currently winning 13-0 against the Braves of Williamstown we just got news of. That is a very interesting scoreline. That could be a huge upset in matter of the playoffs and the seeding.
Millville playing very well against ranked opponents this year as they've taken down the Hermits already, and they look to take down Williamstown today.
Yeah, not the first time we've seen an upset from them, especially coming from us Hermits.
Now here's McClear taking the snap. Sims in motion. Hand off to Udo, who is stopped with a gain of nothing on that play. It will now be 2nd and 10.
Looks like that might be a loss of yards, I might add.
You're right, loss of 1. Now 2nd and 11.
Now McClear, he's thrown the ball not that many times, but what's interesting to see is that he hasn't had at all that many completions this game. That needs to change, I think, if they want to get themselves some points in this fourth
From what
quarter.
we know so far, he's got 51 yards coming into the second half. And he looks to make that, looks to extend that, obviously. Or Sims in motion again. Clear,
He's going to
quick
throw
throw.
quickly. He's going to get a few there.
It's about a 5-yard gain to Nasir Hill.
It's important that he gets those touches and those completions to boost his confidence. He needs that as he runs over to our offensive coordinator on the sideline. Now 3rd and 6 here, Andreas. Say the Hermits do not get this 3rd down. Do you think that they're going to go for it here with only 8:30 left in the quarter?
Well, obviously, 8 minutes and 30 seconds, that's a lot of time in football. I would say if they didn't convert, it would be a bit risky going for it at this point. Putting it away, giving the Spartans some not great field positioning, and if they can just make a big stop, they would get the ball right back where they have it now. So I would say don't go for it to Coach P, but obviously he knows more about the sport than I do. It's his call.
Yeah, you know, coming from me, I got a good feeling that we're actually going to convert this 3rd down.
There's McClear, throws over the middle, nearly intercepted, intended for number 9, Kenny Celius. McClear is knocked down after that play, but gets back up.
Seems as though I've jinxed it.
And now here comes the punting unit for the Hermits on 4th and 6.
Just like you said. A little under 8 minutes left in the 4th. The Spartans lead the Hermits 6-0 here on the campus of St. Augustine Prep and the La Rosa Field. Interesting question for you, Andreas. As your last name is La Rosa, is this field in name of any relation to you?
You know, I wish it was, Rob, but sadly it is not. Obviously, or not obviously, it is actually named after Father La Rosa, Father Stephen La Rosa, who was made a big influence of the Prep. He has sadly passed away a couple years ago, and this field is meant to remember him and his legacy. But no, to answer your question, I am not related to the founder of La Rosa Field.
May he forever rest in peace.
So now the Spartans on their own 25-yard line. Smith lined up in the backfield once again. Another handoff to Smith. Takes it up the middle, and does not gain anything on that play. We have not seen any touches from the second running back for the Spartans. Devin Lee has not came into the game this second half. I wouldn't say he necessarily had a bad first half, Rob. After he had a couple touches, averaging about 5 yards per carry.
Yeah, a couple touches and a couple important touches, a couple 3rd down conversions as the Spartans really need that now, going on to 2nd down and 10. Maybe we'll see him later in this quarter. 2nd and 8, excuse me.
So here's Cohen now. 2 wide receivers lined up to his left, but he's going to hand it off to Smith, who gains about 3 yards on that play. He's going to bring it to about 3rd and 5. Brady Small with that tackle. Great defensive influence for the Hermits.
You know, I see a repeating pattern right now, a lot of 3 and outs on both sides of the game.
It's got to be tiring out the defense, wouldn't you think? So now we've seen this before. 2 receivers and Smith in the backfield. The handoff to Smith, who's going to look to take it up the middle, gain some yards, but he will not convert on 3rd down. That brings up 4th down for Spirit. You think they're going to feel risky and go for it, Rob?
I think it would be very risky if they went for it as they send out their punting unit right now. A smart decision from head coach Russo and the Holy Spirit Spartans. They're going to punt away now to the Hermits. Another chance for the Hermits to get on the scoreboard.
That punt now taking a good bounce for the Spartans and going to the Hermits 35. Decent field positioning for the Hermits to start this drive. Now the question is, can they make something of it?
They're going to need to. McClear's going to need to find his options. He has a lot of them, a lot of talented ones, I might add as well. But Lancetta and the Hermits have not been able to fool Holy Spirit right now and in this game.
So now the Hermits lining up on their own 35. Udo in the backfield. McClear ready to take the snap. 2 wide receivers lined up. And he's going to hand it off to Udo, who takes it up the middle, but gains nothing on that play. Which brings me to my next point, Rob. Obviously, the Hermits have 2 very talented running backs, Kanye Udo and Justin Brown, but we have not seen Justin Brown this game, has not gotten a touch on the ball yet. What do you think Coach Pete Lancetta is thinking?
Well, you know, last game against Williamstown, we saw Franklin Sims get a lot of touches at running back, and we've seen that again this game. He has, I'd say, a little under 10 yards this game. Not as many touches. We've been really heavy on Kanye Udo, as we are a run-heavy team, but there hasn't been a shortage of throws either from McClear, which we've seen as well. It'll be interesting to see if they throw Justin Brown into the game this late on.
Obviously, some lake energy would be appreciated. Some fresh legs on the field never hurt anybody.
It wouldn't be surprising if they tried to switch things up here late on, too, especially being down 6.
So now here's McClear. Calls a motion on Sims. Sims blocking. McClear takes a snap, throws across the middle.
That's going to be caught.
Completed by Nasir Hill.
That's going to be caught.
And he's going to use some speed. Will he get to the end zone? Running. And
he's going to
got
do
it.
Touchdown, baby.
Touchdown, Hermits.
That's huge.
A beautiful throw by Trey McClear.
As defensive as this game was, a 1-point or a 1-score possession, and the Hermits get it. They get a touchdown.
A great throw by McClear and an even better reception by Nasir Hill, who uses his speed to get to that end zone. And now the question is, will the Hermits be able to take the lead with a point after attempt?
That's huge. As Brandon Bispo takes the field, he looks to get his first action of the game.
It's nice to hear a Hermits touchdown, you know, as we're enthusiastic about most things, but nothing more than a Hermits touchdown.
That's exactly right. A big play from the Hermits. Bispo now gets in formation.
So here's McClear back on the field on offense, defense, and now special teams to hold for Bispo, who takes the kick. And
Perfect.
That is good.
Perfect. Brandon
After
Bispo, a close friend of mine in my grade. It's awesome to see him knock one home and get the lead for the Hermits now.
I'm proud to say that man is in my homeroom.
And my chemistry class, along with yours.
Shout out Miss McHugh, honors chemistry.
She'd be proud of that one.
C period. Great drive there from the Hermits.
Now, as fatigued as the defense might be, I think that's going to knock a lot of energy back into them. And
take some stress off, certainly.
Yeah, and put a lot more on Holy Spirit, being down 1 now.
Now the question is, can they hold up? We'll see.
Less than 5 left to go now in the 4th quarter. The Hermits have gained the lead, 7-6, if you're just tuning in here on Hermits Broadcasting.
Now the special teams unit taking the field for the Hermits as they look to kick off once again to Holy Spirit.
As I mentioned earlier, it's great to see that our offense has so many multi-asset players. Kanye Udo with that touchdown, who's ran the ball almost every play this game for the Hermits, or almost every running play, I'd like to say, with a reception and a receiving touchdown, which you don't see too often from him. Apologies, that was actually Nasir Hill who had the touchdown.
Oh, and that's a big return from Spirit now. As kicker Brandon Bispo he makes a good tackle. Coming from kicker Brandon Bispo after an important point after attempt to stop that return. Now Holy Spirit 1st and 10 from the Hermits' 40-yard line.
Not what the Hermits wanted there, but they have the lead. Now it's about, can they retain it?
Of course, a field goal would give Spirit the lead here, but then that means the Hermits will only need another field goal to win it.
Brandon Bissell coming hot off an extra point and a tackle, matter of fact.
Here's Cohen, airs it out and that's a catch by Spirit, and that's a touchdown from Holy Spirit. A great response to the Hermits touchdown. I believe that pass was caught by number 11, Elijah Stewart. I could be wrong.
And just like that, the tables have turned. Just goes to show how quickly momentum in a game can change, especially in high school football.
Defense might have gotten a little bit lackadaisical there, obviously.
Let's not forget there's still a very good amount of time left on the clock, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The Hermits still have 2 timeouts as well.
And now it appears that the Spartans will be going for a 2-point conversion to keep this game at 14-7. That would make it only a 1-score game.
This isn't the first time the Hermits have gone up against a 2-point conversion.
Question is, can they make the same great stop? We'll see here. This is actually crucial because if the Hermits score a touchdown, then this would give them the lead. As Cohen drops back, incoming sack from Adamson. Cohen gets away, and he throws across the middle. That's broken up, and no good.
Exactly what the Hermits needed there. Gives them a little bit of momentum back going onto the offensive side of this game. Down 5. All they need is a touchdown.
Touchdown wins it at this point. That is what the Hermits need.
With the receivers that they have, I think that they're going to look to go long again. It's worked a couple times this game. As long as that O-line can stay strong and McClear can get that throw off, I think he could do it.
I would agree. Clear with a big throw for that touchdown. That's going to put him at quite a few yards this game, along with a fumble recovery and an interception. Once again, fantasy points really adding up for him.
I'd say he has over 100 yards.
I would agree.
Very strong game from him on both sides.
4.5 minutes left in this game. Hermits now trail by 5. Holy Spirit 12, Hermits 7. Touchdown would be crucial at this moment in time. So here's Holy Spirit lining up for the kick. Kick coming from number 17, Yadiel Feliciano. And an odd kick there. Franklin Sims recovers, takes it along the outside, and he could not break the tackle.
About the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 for St. Augustine on their own 35.
Very important that the Hermits come out firing on this possession. It could be their last.
Of course, if they score here, they wouldn't mind beating some clock down.
We're going to see how head coach Pete Lancetta approaches this in a few moments.
Appears we have Udo in the backfield with Sims on the outside and 2 receivers to either side of quarterback Trey McClear.
The Hermits might look to attack safety number 13, Eric Roman.
McClear by Nasir Hill with the catch. That's on first down. And a little bit more. Nasir Hill really turning it up here in the second half. If the Hermits can keep this momentum and the way they're playing, we would be looking at another possible touchdown.
I'll tell you what, the Hermits and especially Nasir Hill are not going to go down without a fight here late on in the 4th quarter.
So here's McClear taking in the huddle now. Could not stress the importance of the Hermits O-line led by number 72, Gavin Kennedy. McClear calls a motion for Sims. And the handoff to Udo, who gets some space, and he's going to go, and he's going to get a first down.
Some good yardage there, some great yardage I'd like to add. A first down as well, like you mentioned.
2 big first down plays from the Hermits. No more 3 and out for them.
Let's see if they can keep this momentum going now. Back-to-back first downs.
Game of 9. Second down and 1.
Now the Hermits lining up. Here's McClear ready to take the snap. Let's hand off to Udo. Slight gain on that play. Will that get him the first down? I don't think so.
The Hermits get in formation now.
McClear ready to take the snap. Udo in the backfield. McClear fires to Nasir Hill, who makes another reception across the middle. A little jab step there, and that's another big reception for Nasir Hill.
Great play for the Hermits. You can really see the importance of this O-line now. Whenever McClear gets space, he is able to find his options. And find his options he did.
Certainly didn't have that space in the first half, but now that he does, he's really connecting with Nasir Hill. And I don't know if Holy Spirit has picked up on this yet, but Nasir Hill seems to be the Hermits' best receiver. So, something important.
A little over 2 minutes now. The Hermits are marching down on the field.
Clock continues to wind down. Hermits in need of a touchdown here. Clear takes the snap. Hand off to Udo.
He's going to get stuffed.
Loss of 2 on that play. Hermits in huddle now. Here's McClear now, line up in the backfield. It appears the play is going to be stopped for a delay of game. Oh, not a delay of game, I'm sorry. Timeout taken by the Hermits.
You know, I think that's a smart timeout taken by Pete Lancetta. He still has 1 remaining, and there's only 1:18 left in this game. They need a touchdown here.
Of course, it's second down. They've got 2 downs to do it if they do not get the first. But it appears that this will be the last offensive drive of the game.
At least for the Hermits. With only 1 timeout left, like I said, they need a touchdown. Anything short of it will not do. The Hermits taking their time in the huddle. I could only imagine what they're drawing up now.
I would guess a play for Nasir Hill, as they've been finding him quite a bit. Now here's the Hermits lining up on the Holy Spirit 20 with 2 receivers and Kanye in the backfield. Spirit with a blitz. McClear's going to throw the end zone, but it's nearly intercepted.
It's going to be breaking up.
Intended for Kenny Selby. Looking for pass interference on that, Selby was, but no call.
The Hermits got 2 more shots here at the end zone now.
That's right, as it is now 3rd and 12.
2 more shots to ultimately win the game.
Clear has a quick word with head coach Pete Lancetta, and he's back out on the field into the huddle. And imagine the Hermits have to speed things up, so they cannot afford to get a delay of game call. Crowd is really showing some enthusiasm here, making some noise for the Hermits.
It's almost like you can't even tell that there were COVID restrictions.
McClear, incoming blitz, gets away from it, makes a good throw, and is nearly intercepted.
A penalty now, and a flag.
Roughing the passer.
That's a huge play. A huge play.
That was a roughing the passer call against Holy Spirit. Shout out Vinny Paul Sr. for that great call.
Illegal contact, yes. Shout out to all the people working with the Hermits broadcasting crew here tonight.
Of course, we'll bring them up and thank them at the conclusion of this game.
As there's 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. 6, excuse me. 3rd down and 3. They're going to get another 2 shots at it now.
Appears was a 5-yard penalty, or I'm sorry, a 10-yard penalty, and they're now redoing the down.
Brings them to the 9-yard line.
A lot of noise coming here.
Will they run it and go for the first down with a timeout and over 1 minute remaining, or will they just go for the end zone?
I think you could do either at this point, Rob. It's really up to coach.
Looks as though something has occurred on the field as the officials are discussing.
Gives the Hermits some time to settle down. Hermits on the Spirit 9.
Everyone is up on their feet here at the La Rosa Turf Field.
One of the biggest plays of the game.
End of the season.
Well said. But clear it. Head off
He's
to
going to
Udo.
give it to Udo.
And he's going to go up the middle. Are they going to give him the first down? Appears a little bit of forward progress on that play.
Let's see if they give it to him. McClear's going to quickly run over to the sideline.
The role of a quarterback at this point in the game is extremely important, Rob. So much to think about, so much to do. Got to give some props to Trey McClear for not only being such a great quarterback, but making a great impact on the defense today.
4th and 2. They're going to be a little bit short.
Now the Hermits are going to have to talk this one over as a timeout is called. The biggest play of the game coming up, Rob.
What's running through your mind right now as the Hermits face 4th and 2 with less than 1 minute remaining and down 5, Andreas?
Well, obviously, if they don't convert, it's pretty much game over, as Holy Spirit will take the ball and they could just kneel it twice and the game would be over. As for the Hermits, if they score, that would be crucial, and that is obviously what we're all hoping for up in the broadcasting booth. But I'm looking forward to see how this is going to play out, Rob.
Yeah, this could make or break the season for the Hermits, matter of fact. They cannot afford to have 2 losses on this season. And giving a loss to Holy Spirit would never hurt anyone.
Giving them their first loss of the season, in fact.
Something that no other team has been able to do. It's going to be interesting to see again if they go for this quick run and a first down to give them a new set of downs, or if they go for the end zone and go for it all. Reminder, they have no timeouts left, and 42 seconds remain on the clock as the Holy Spirit defense takes the field and the Hermits leave the huddle.
Of course, the Hermits missing Jake Ketchek, their left tackle tonight, is going to be crucial on offense. I wonder if they felt it this game, Rob.
Well, we're about to find out, Andres. We are about to find out.
My senses are telling me they would throw it, but if that's too risky, then they might hand it off. Motion call. They've got 2 receivers lined up. McClear drops back, blitz incoming, airs it out to the end zone, and that is incomplete. Holy Spirit very happy after that play. Appears there might have been a bit of miscommunication between McClear and his receivers.
Holy Spirit's going to take over on downs, and that's most likely going to do it here.
But you never know. We can only hope.
That play hurt the hearts and souls of many, along with mine.
Same here.
No timeouts left for the Hermits. The Spartans are just going to run down the clock and take this game. A QB kneel.
As you see, both teams showing love for one another, sportsmanship, obviously something that we value very highly here at the Prep. Whether you win or lose.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the result isn't everything that matters.
Got to be happy that you're just allowed to be out here and play.
Especially with everything going on in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
Count your blessings. And it appears they're not going to do another snap, and that's going to do it tonight.
Yeah, and that's going to do it today here at the game against Holy Spirit versus St. Augustine Prep, and that's going to do it for us here on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel. Holy Spirit's going to take this game by a score of 12-7.
This is Andreas LaRosa and Robert Holland, and on behalf of all of the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel and production, we would like to thank you. Specifically, we would like to thank all those who made production possible tonight, including Vinny Policina and Billy Jamieson on the cameras, Ryan Marengo, Tim Shea, and John Terista on photography, Carson Quinn on the laptop, and Will Morris as our PA announcer.
And the voice of the Hermits, in fact.
That's right. So once again, this is Andreas LaRosa.
And I'm Robert Holland.
And together, we are the Broadcasting Bros, and we will be signing off here from the campus of St. Augustine Prep on LaRosa Turf Field. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.